sorry, the Tier 2 almost being completed there from LeRagpicker, from Anezti, sorry. Dark Foundry going down for LeRagpicker, as well as Tier 2 almost being done. So we're going to see a game heading into the Tier 2 stage for some time, I feel. And both players in a... Sorry, go for it.
I was just going to say, I wonder what his plans to do with his Dark Foundry. Do you think Raiders to card his Warriors around?
Yeah, well, I mean, that would be a logical choice. The other options are, you know, a Ravager, but there's no vehicles out for Anezti. It's a bit too late for going jet bikes. It's got too much range firepower in the field to actually have any success with jet bikes. Hellions aren't worth it unless it's early on in the game. It's getting some Scourges now from the Hall of Blood. I think that's a wise decision. Scourges are a lot more difficult to counter than Raiders are. We've got a squad of Fire Dragons showing up from Anezti, so that will deal with any potential Raiders. But the thing about Raiders is they're quite quick. They've got that morale damage ability. We've even got a White Cult Arena, so LeRagpicker's starting to feel pretty comfortable right now, but he won't be comfortable for too long now that these Fire Dragons are shooting his LP2. But the Scourges are in support, so the Scourges getting some shots off on the Fire Dragons. They're not heavily upgraded, they're not reinforced yet, so it's going to be difficult. But the Dark Eldar pushing out now, using the Archon ability on the Dark Reapers, with the Archon very low in health. That Archon is in danger of getting shot down. LeRagpicker knows that, he's pulling it out now. We have indeed got a Raider showing up, so that will be something he can cart his troops around. Flying it now, using the Screaming Jets, that's actually broken the morale of one of the Eldar squads, and unfortunately the Eldar are fleeing for their lives right now. We've got the Fire Dragons and Dark Reapers heading back to their base. And the Dark Eldar really cleaning up. Now, do you think this is an opportunity for LeRagpicker to maybe take back some of the game? Or is Anezti just playing his cards right?
Yeah, well, I mean, Anezti managed to save his most valuable troops, I guess. Oh no, I think, did he lose a whole squad of Dark Reapers there? Anyway, he's got both upgrades coming for his Elder troops, the range upgrade and the armor upgrade. Range is already done, so his Reapers and Fire Dragons are going to be quite potent now. You watch how fast his LP2 will go down. LeRagpicker's got his forces going to the map, so he hasn't responded yet. I'm not sure if he's planning on doing a counter-attack on Anezti's economy. But that raid is probably not going to last very long against those Fire Dragons.
That's absolutely right. Well, he's using the Fire Dragons to decapture the point. I guess that's more of a priority. The Raider's not going to do too much damage in the meantime, and you can see it already being drained to half health. Not a very high hit point unit, and the Fire Dragons are fully reinforced. In the meantime, the Dark Eldar are actually attacking an LP2 of their own. This is some serious firepower seeing. We've got some Dark Lancers being upgraded, and it's pretty much trading LP2s, although the Eldar forces are going to take down the LP2s a lot quicker. That Slave going in position to repair that Raider, but despite that, it's not going to last long against those Fire Dragons at all. Here comes the Archon, though, to help deal with the Fire Dragons and the Dark Reapers. The Raider's gone down, and over in the Eldar base, we're losing another LP2, but in the meantime, we've got 2 Harlequins and a squad of Warp Spiders being saved up there from Anezti. So I feel like Anezti's just playing his cards right. He's not feeling pressured at all. He's just waiting for the opportune moment to charge in. He's giving... I do admit that he's giving LeRagpicker an opportunity, but it's not going to matter too much with the Homunculus Laboratory going up there. But I don't feel that will be in time to stop the mass troops flowing out from the Eldar. If we check the requisition, LeRagpicker's only slightly ahead. But with the quality of forces charging, here comes the fun. Oh my gosh, the Warp Spider is absolutely destroying the Scourges and teleporting after them to actually kill them. If you look over the 3 o'clock, wiping out the Scourge squad. So this is class Eldar playing. Oh, using the spell on the Warp Spiders there, making them shoot each other. That's always nasty, but I don't think that will be too effective. Just the one Warp Spider squad and it's over already. And a Wraith Lord, so what do you know about that?
About the Wraith Lord, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's quite cool. I wasn't expecting to see a Wraith Lord there, but he's done it, and now it's just a matter of the Scourges getting enough Dark Ones to deal with it. But with those Harlequins on the field, those Scourges aren't going to be that effective, especially with Warp Spiders as well. We've got a very mobile Eldar army here and a very powerful one.
Yeah, I feel like Dark Eldar needs more. I mean, the Raiders, I mean, I can't help but feel the Raiders with Warriors just... I mean, I love to do that. It looks cool, but it just never seems to pay off to most people. I hate to say it.
It's true. I mean, we've seen it elsewise in the series. We saw Santiago use it fairly effectively, but I think the game was won for other reasons other than the Raiders in his game. I saw a fantastic game that's not from this tournament between FZ Chaos and Sombrero. That was a Dark Eldar vs Space Marines game, and that featured some fantastic Warriors use, but they actually had Whites in the Raiders. Here's the Screaming Jets again, but he's not landing on anybody. There's a Raider going down. The Fire Dragon's just chasing down these Raiders and demolishing them. Absolutely no damage being done to this Wraith Lord, so the Wraith Lord's pretty much got free reign over the battle. We've even got a spare squad of Dark Reapers capturing the Relic. That's how understaffed the Dark Eldar are. He's outsquatted him, even though he's got a squad over capturing the Relic. We've got a Homunculus in there, but that's not really going to do so much damage at all. The Fire Dragon's mopping everything up. And you got to say that the Eldar have probably taken this now. The score is probably going to be tied up 1-1 throughout the series, with Anezti taking this game. LeRagpicker would have taken one, Anezti would have taken one, and we'll be on to Game 3. That means we'll see at least 4 games in this best of 5 series, which will be very exciting. We saw 5 games, in fact, in the previous semi-final. Also a very good series. And look at these Scourges just getting chased down by the Wraith Lord. I mean, what can you do?
There's not much you can do at the moment. Those Warp Spiders are just warping in on pretty much on top of the Scourges and opening fire. It's really nasty, especially if the Scourges have been upgraded to Dark Lancers to counter the Wraith Lord, and then they've just got nothing to touch the Warp Spiders with.
There's that Harlequin there, unfortunately getting picked off by the Archon, but it doesn't really matter. The Harlequin's done whatever job she needed to. I don't think the Harlequin's made very much difference in this game. If we just talk about how this game was lost for LeRagpicker, I think it was some of his decisions early on in dealing with the Banshee, so I think he probably could have done a better job. He lost a squad of Mandrakes very, very early on, unnecessarily, and just the way he handled things later on. Anezti is a very good Eldar player. I've got to admit, Anesti's been in great form for this tournament. Every time I've seen him get Eldar, he's done very, very, very well. He hasn't lost a game with Eldar so far, and it is hard to lose if you know how to play Eldar. Very powerful race in this patch.
Fully materialized.
Got a little bit of respite here from the... Yeah, go for it.
You're just asking how LeRagpicker might have lost this. I mean, he was off to a bad start, but he recovered very well. I felt that towards the end of Tier 1 it was anybody's game. And I just wonder if maybe the Dark Foundry, although, you know, for a while it was looking powerful, I wonder if he could have done something else with the resources, maybe had a better mass of Scourges and built the White Cold Arena as soon as he hit T2 and got his Watchers out to drug up the rest of his army. And I think the reason he went to the Raiders was because he had 3 warrior squads and he didn't want to see them just outclassing Tier 2. He wanted to continue scaling those, but it's just a hard decision to make. I mean, do you build the Raiders and scalp your warriors, or do you go straight into the full-on Dark Scourge mass and watch?
You know what? I absolutely agree. That's actually a pretty good analysis. Yeah, the Raiders, although they looked cool and they kind of looked promising, they didn't deliver. And I absolutely agree. If he could have gone either of those choices, he could have just gone for 1 or 2 squads of, well, maybe 1 squad of Scourges plus heaps of Whites, and that actually would have done a great job. Alternatively, the Scourges, if he'd had enough of them, he could have just stood around and actually fought against the Warp Spiders. He could have tied up with the Warp Spiders with his Archon while shooting with the Scourges, and that may have actually done a lot more damage, and he could have actually prevented the game from tilting too badly in his favour and preventing the Eldar from getting momentum up. That's actually a pretty good idea, and as for the Harlequins, he could have just blown his Scourges away from them and fired at the Harlequins. That probably would have been a good way to go, but as it stands, he's chosen the Raiders, and that's probably what lost it for him.
Plus,
I definitely agree.
I noticed he hasn't got any soul income coming in. He started collecting soul for a minute. Maybe he stopped collecting soul powers to repair that LP2 earlier on, but I noticed he's got 94 soul for most of the game, and I have not seen him use a single soul power, so it's possible he's not very experienced with Dark Eldar, and he's completely neglected the soul powers.
Could be it. Anyway, we've got a GG, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks very much, Conman, for joining me. We're going to Game 3 shortly, and this is going to be pretty exciting, but thanks for watching, guys.